Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to do a quick recap of a few items that have come in the mail in the last few days. And just wanted to showcase those for you, starting with one basketball card. This 96 Fleer Metal Kevin Garnett. Really a beautiful card. Second series of that 96 Fleer Metal, and it's the metallized version. Just a near mint to mint 8 grade, but I have this this theory on cards graded in this 550 million section. They tend to be overgraded, so I'll leave it at that. But this is a pretty cool card. If you look at what cards look like today, primarily, obviously Panini's the only one making basketball cards truly. They don't put a lot of artistic care, I think, into the cards. I mean, some of them are unique, but these mid 90s and early 2000 cards are really quite artistic in my opinion, and I think in the future some days folks will really grow to appreciate them. This card right here, if it was a Panini, it would have this image on the front and this image on the back, but it doesn't. They give you a totally separate image because they actually kind of cared back in the mid to late 90s about what the card looked like. So this is a classic case of a cool Kevin Garnett card. I paid $3.55 for that. So it's kind of like what I'm looking. I'm just looking to pick up steals. I'm not looking for any big ticket items. Very rarely will I even spend more than $10 for a card right now. I'm just and it's got to be something that I'm interested in, a player I collect. Case in point, a vintage baseball piece. This 1970 Topps Gaylord Perry for the Gaylord Perry collection. I'd kind of gone dormant on some of my old vintage stuff, but I saw this card for $9.99 and won it on the minimum bid. So I was really excited to get this. Now, this is a card that I had a hard time picking up, 3, 4, or 5 years ago at for $10. So the fact that I could get it so cheap, it really fell through the cracks. I don't think it's indicative of the market right now or an indicator of the vintage market. It remains strong in my opinion. So I feel very confident in my vintage card collection, not looking to move them anytime soon, but I'm still not worried about them dropping a whole lot in price. There might be some, shift and correction a little bit, but still, I was really excited to pick this one up for a $10 bill. What a song. Obviously, shipping and handling included and taxes, it brings it up a little bit, but still a really cool card front and back. And one I didn't have, and now I finally added to the collection. One more baseball card, this 2007 Masterpieces Derek Jeter. I can tend to pick Jeter up here and there. I've got about 4 more Jeter cards waiting to be delivered to me that I pick up auctions here or there. It's rare for me to try to buy a card like this without bundling it, but unfortunately I had to pay the full shipping and handling for this. This card just a little over $8. As long as it's a mint 9, and I'm okay paying under $10 for it in the slab. And once again, I talk about the series number being indicative of kind of what was going on with grading at PSA at the time this card went through. If this card had been graded, 2 or 3 years ago, it'd probably be a gem mint 10 looking at it, in my opinion. But for what it's worth, it's a 9 and pretty cool card to get for under $10 for the Derek Jeter collection. Let's move on to one last piece. I talked a little bit about a Jimmy Dolittle card that I picked up the other day, and I was able to win this Jimmy Dolittle autograph in an auction. I won it around $66, $67, which isn't bad considering the historic significance of Jimmy Dolittle and his Dolittle Raiders bombing Japan early in the war, setting the tone and actually putting Japan on a little bit of the defensive, if you will. And so I was really excited to get this piece. And I'm eager to look for more historic autographs, particularly World War II, militarily. That's the kind of stuff that interests me. And I was really excited to get this Dolittle piece into the collection to go along with a couple other Dolittle PSA cards that I have. So that's kind of it for quick items to showcase. What do I think about the market in general? I'm just taking a wait and see approach. That's the main reason why I'm not buying really big stuff, with the exception of that autograph. I just don't want to. You want to wait until kind of the market, if it's going to make a correction, wait to see where it corrects itself at, and then keep buying because I'm a collector. I'm not a flipper, so I want to continue to catch those deals as they come across. But well, let me know what you think. Once again, everyone, I appreciate your posts, your comments, and I'll talk to you again soon.